This is my mentor teacher, Ms. Gilliam, and I will be asking her a few questions. How well prepared do you feel to teach ELL students?
I feel extremely well prepared, especially after teaching the dual language program a few years back.
Okay. Did you complete a traditional program or an alternative certification?
Alternative certification.
Okay. What can the school/district do to help you meet the needs of ELL students?
Well, I feel like that New Caney ISD does a really good job at meeting the needs of ELL students, especially through our dual language program. Our dual language program is a 50-50 where you have 50% English speakers and 50% Spanish speakers. And those students are then able to peer tutor each other. And also our classrooms for the dual language program are set up to help ELLs. Everything is color coded in either red or blue, one representing the English language, one representing the Spanish language. All of our anchor charts are written in red and blue so that the students are able to translate and see, the meanings for different words. Our classroom is labeled with both Spanish and English. And even our classroom libraries are divided into red and blue baskets so that the students know which ones are, the Spanish books and the English books. So I think that our district does a really good job at providing that extra support for English language learners.
Mm-hmm. In your opinion, what are the characteristics of effective ELL programs?
I feel like being aware of the students' culture, their backgrounds, that not everybody in your classroom is going to, celebrate the same holidays and celebrate or even speak the same language. That, a word that has a meaning in one language might have a meaning to them in a different way, and they don't understand, figurative language. And so those types of things, if you're, as a teacher, aware of those, then I think you're more effective with those ELL learners. And also the way you set up your classroom, if you have, lots of pictures, especially for kindergarten, representation, that they can see the picture, understand what it is, and being aware that not every child in your classroom who is an ELL learner might not have the same, background, the same schema that we have. So that's I think.
How many languages are represented in your classroom?
Right now, it's just English. We have all English speakers.
Okay. In what ways are you providing effective instruction for ELL students?
Well, in the past, when I did dual language and I've had ELL learners in just an all-English class, those students have had visual representation for a lot of different things, if it's the library or for, that we're walking down the hallway, or the quiet sign, just so that they know and have those pictures for them. In kindergarten too, making sure that they understand, things that we're talking about, like what traditions are, in our country versus their country, and being aware of their background.
How do you communicate with parents who do not speak English?
We have translators here, so if they're Spanish speakers, which is a majority of our parents, that if they are not English speakers, they are going to be Spanish speakers here at our school. We do have teachers who speak fluent Spanish that are willing to come in for conferences and translate for those parents. Or if they're we have lots of other teachers. For example, I speak German, so if there's a parent who only speaks German, I'd be able to help another teacher with translations. But we do have translators on our campus.
I will be in my own classroom next fall. What recommendations do you have to help me prepare to teach ELL students?
I feel like one of the things that you can do is meet the teacher, have them fill out the questionnaire about the students, like what is their background, are they multicultural, do they have different beliefs. It doesn't even have to be religious beliefs, even if they're Jehovah's Witness, or if they're just basic Christian, that you're aware of those things. And the language too, if there's a language barrier, if you can use visual representation. Label your classroom. That's one of the biggest things, like where the bathroom is, or those visuals are very effective. But just being aware of their background and their culture, and if it's a culture that you're not familiar with, just research it or ask the parents, what they prefer and how they prefer to handle holidays and different things like that.
Thank you so
You're
much for your
welcome.
help.